Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome in episode 4. So I've been MIA, had a little bit of a hiatus. I was working on trying to get my PC back together. It's now up and running and working. Our frames are, a little bit better, but sorry I've been gone. I hate it. I'm not a fan just as much as you guys aren't a fan of it. I wanted to get my PC back and get it to where we can actually record on here. So that way, hopefully you guys get better content and don't get just absolute awful recording quality, which being nighttime, I'm going to go ahead and sleep. But I've just been working on that and trying to get it to where you guys actually get better quality. Our recordings are better. Everything's running smoother, which as you can already see, I mean, this is 10 times smoother and better. Way less lag, way less issues, but we'll see. I have a feeling we're still going to run into some issues here and there. I've got some fine-tuning to do and stuff like that, trying to get our graphics cleaned up. I'm currently running Sortix Fanver. This is the Sortix Fanver. This is the texture pack. There we go. There's the words that I normally run. And I just download on here, so it might affect our gameplay too just a little bit, just because it's different from what we normally do. Because we've been running Faithful for a while, or Faithless possibly. I'm not sure which one I was running, but this is my normal texture pack I like to run. I will probably look into switching it back over to Faithful, or like I said, Faithless, whichever version I was running. Because that might help and might be a little bit easier on the eyes. I feel like this texture pack, especially if you guys are watching late at night, you might be like, oh my god, dude, your texture pack. Which I've had a few people that do like this one. They're like, it's kind of too busy, too much for them, which I 100% get and I understand. Everybody has their differences and their choices on their texture packs, which I would never be like, oh no, this is the best one or whatever. Like, to me, there's a YouTuber I used to watch that this is what his was Sortix Fanver. Don't believe he's doing Minecraft anymore, let alone YouTube. I haven't seen or heard much from him in a while, so I myself am hoping to get back into this and stay in this, so we'll see. But hopefully you guys have been alright. Hopefully everybody's been doing good. Hopefully you guys have avoided a lot of the weather that's been coming around, whether it's been the winter storms in the time that I've been gone, or the now severe thunderstorms and stuff that we're going to be dealing with as we're beginning to roll into tornado season, or as me and the boys have been calling it already, nader season. Probably going to be a rough one this year, unfortunately, just because our winter down here was I wouldn't say quiet winter, but it was kind of quiet, wasn't too bad. Very kind of dry winter. We didn't have too much rain, or too much snow, I should say. So it could be a little rough this year. So my thoughts and prayers are going to be with everybody as we get further into the season. But on that note, don't know what the plan is right now. I'm just kind of winging it. I just want to get back into this and try to catch up with you guys, because I've been missing catching up with you guys. I know that you guys are probably missing the content, so I just want to try to get back into this, and I can kind of see a little bit of spikes here and there. So that's another thing I want to test and see what kind of issues we might run into when we're trying to record and everything like that, and trying to produce content. So, but yeah. So we're just gonna try to see what we can do here. Don't we have a? I don't mind. I don't make you guys suffer me going down through that, but it's kind of like I also said that I didn't want to make you guys suffer through watching me terraform and clear out land over here for our house, but maybe that's what we do for right now, just so I can kind of catch up with you guys, kind of tell you all what's been going on, which isn't much in reality. I've just been working nonstop, and just life has been a bit hectic, bit busy, so been helping out a buddy of mine get his vehicles moved around, stuff like that. So that took a little bit of time out of my week earlier this week to when I was going to try to record, but hey, is what it is. And I know that he's probably watching this episode. Dude, I'm not. It doesn't bother me. We need to get some stuff done, so it's cool. Don't worry about it. I myself am getting ready to actually have to move some vehicles around, so I'll be doing some towing again here soon. But we'll see how that all goes once insurance takes care of some stuff, so I can actually get all that done. But also, I'm currently recording this, and it's like 1 in the morning. Because I'm just staying up late because I wanted to try to get this episode recorded and try to get it edited. Hopefully, either tomorrow or Monday while I'm at work, if I've got a little bit of downtime. Hopefully, I can get this edited as well for you guys, so that way it's ready to roll. But we'll see about that as well. I don't know why I'm doing this. I need to get a shovel. But yeah, work's been crazy. We've got a couple new guys at work. We have one. My buddy actually that I was just talking about. He just became a dad, so congratulations again, dude. That's really big, and I'm really happy for you guys, and glad that y'all have a healthy little one at the house. So, and again, even in my YouTube video, I'm gonna tell you, if you need anything, please let me know. And for any of you that are thinking about becoming a parent, it's a fun experience, and as somebody that's already helping another person out that's a first time parent, I'm trying to give him what insight I can, and give him the little bit of knowledge that I have. And I mean, heck, even myself, I've had to ask people and be like, hey, what do y'all do in this situation? What's your go-to, like, stuff like that. So, no kid is different, or no kid is different. Yes, they are. No kid is one and the same. Nobody's going to experience the same things with their kid as somebody else. Things might be kind of close in similarities, but no one will have the same experiences. And that goes from day one of the kid being born to day 365 of that kid's first year. Everything will be different for every single person, for every kid. Nobody will have the same thing. So, but enough of that, and on to our normaling here of just me absolutely rambling and having no idea what I'm going to go on about today, or tonight in this case. Which, speaking of which, I feel like I hear my little one down the hallway at the moment. Maybe not. She's laying down with Mama right now while I'm in here recording. I'm trying to stay up late because I'm trying to work on getting laundry done. And figured while I wait for the load to run in the washer, I should have time to record an episode out for you guys. And at least get it shifted over the dryer before I go to bed. So, but I guess while we're just clearing out trees, we can talk about whatever and catch up. But so my whole game plan with trying to get back into YouTube and trying to have a gaming channel, Minecraft is not going to be the only strict game I run. I do have like American Truck Sim. I have which I have touched on. I've got Farming Sim. I've got Elder Scrolls Online. There's quite a bit that I do have. Minecraft really, I feel like, kind of is like the benchmark of what can I handle recording and posting, and trying to keep up with. So. Also, I feel like my issue, I think, is if I do try to do ESO, that it's going to be one of the ones that I would be like, language strongly mentioned in this, just because, I mean, I've run with a group that doesn't really family friendly is not in the title for any of them, but as is to be expected. So with them at least, which my buddy and I, that is a first time dad now, as well as myself, him and I are actually chatting and talking. We're thinking about creating a Minecraft series between the two of us and having a server together and stuff like that. So I know he said he was working on a mod pack and on a world that he's 100% like. I really like the seed. I haven't downloaded any of the world generation stuff yet because I don't want to ruin the seed yet. So I want to get that and get kind of our starting area set up, he said, and then I'll probably get those downloaded, like the world modification rendering and stuff like that. So just waiting on him to give me the final word on that. But which I'm all in, because that's one thing I really want to do, is I would really love to do a modded series. Kind of thinking that the more I've thought about it, I'm thinking about this is going to be our forever world, to be honest with you, and that I will maybe do modded series to where like we do seasons and stuff like that, or even we can do like a if me and my buddy start doing a series together, maybe we can do seasons and stuff like that. But we'll see, because him and I both watch Hermitcraft, so he definitely knows a lot of the season stuff, which I'm okay with. I'm down. It's like the server that I played on, that I recorded the update videos, to kind of give you guys an insight what's been going on. We have yearly, or well, like every couple years seasons on there as well. We move like every 2 years. We move spawns and stuff like that. So that's another maybe idea and stuff. But which it's still all one world. We just move spawns, which I feel like our server owner, I feel so bad for her and her husband. I feel like are probably starting to slowly stress out, because I know that world is huge. So we're on spawn number 4, I think. Number 2 that I've been a part of. I wasn't around for 1 or 2. I didn't meet them yet until spawn 3. And like I said, now we're on spawn 4, and we've been there for 2 years now, almost 3, I think. We've been there for a while, so that's another big thing. Is I would love to do some like season type stuff. Like I think it would be fun. So especially, like I said, if we do modded, I mean, there's a lot more to it, so maybe doing seasons with modded isn't a good idea. But doing just vanilla Minecraft might be, just because, I mean, if you think about it in a roundabout way, they're doing seasons and modded. I mean, you're not really gonna accomplish. Sorry, it's 1 in the morning. My brain is mush. But you're not really going to accomplish much with the mods that you do, especially if they're really deep and intensive mods. So maybe modded seasons isn't a great idea. Just thinking about it, but we can doing mods and having just a modded series, I think different story, might be okay with. But if you're listening right now, I'm a-okay. I'm all in if you are. And if you want to do a mod series, I'm in. Let's do it. Which I know I'm all in for that. So, but just to reiterate it here, but I do at some point. I want to actually run a modded series, anyways, for you guys to watch. Is that 2 foxes over there now? Great. I'm gonna have just dead trout all over or I'm up salmon just all over the place. That's fine. I can go pick those up later. But where else going with that? Oh, mods. But running like a modded series, that's what I wanted to do. And now I got my PC back, hopefully a modded series can be discussed at some point. I want to kind of see how we do with this first season, or first little bit here on what's probably going to be our forever world, I think. At least for now, that's kind of what I'm thinking, is this is going to be our forever world, and then we'll do maybe seasons on another world or something like that, or we'll figure something out. But yeah, I really wish that. Unsure if my child, my cats, or coyotes that I just heard howl. Coyotes, as always. I really wish that my PC would have held out, though, when I was trying to do my first modded world, because, all honesty, guys, like, I had every mod that I was wanting, and everything was running just fine. It was a 1.18.2 world, I believe. But I had every mod that I was wanting, and they were all running well, running great. Got episode 1 recorded, went in to edit it, got the editing done. As I'm rendering that, that's when I lost everything, and I I was trying to get it downloaded and rendered so that way I could have it ready as an MP4 file. I can't talk. I'm telling you, it's 1 in the morning. The MP4 file though to load onto YouTube. That's when my computer black screened and ended up shutting down on me. So that was very unfortunate, but it turns out my whole entire problem the entire time was the SSD and the which I didn't have a hard drive at the time in the computer. I just had the SSD. Was electronically dead, so not too sure what happened there with that. My buddy at work that's partially responsible for, I say partially, pretty much solely responsible for my PC being alive. Said that every time he tried to kind of look into it, he's like, it's electronically dead and I don't know what to do. He said, I don't even really know how to 100% test that, but he's like, you definitely need a new SSD. So he's like, let me see if I can throw a hard drive in it that I have and see if maybe that works, which thanks to him it did. Allowed us to have a little bit more insight and get further into my PC and figure it out. Another issue we ran into was that my RAM was not great. I had 12 gigs, which was really weird because I had an 8 gig stick and I had a 4 gig stick. Took out the 4 gig, PC booted up, ran just fine. But then we switched to, I was going to run 16 gigs of RAM. Ended up getting lucky and finding cheap 16 gig 2 sticks for a total of 30. A total of 32 gigs of RAM. So we're currently running 32 gigs of RAM. We have a 1 terabyte hard drive. We have a 1 terabyte SSD. So we're pretty set, all honesty, to kind of handle, Minecraft easily, but a lot of main, like, titled games, GTA, Fortnite, stuff like that, we can handle pretty well on our PC, which is a really nice thing in my opinion, because, eventually I would like to get into more content that's not just Minecraft, especially if, we cross the bridge of streaming, which I'm really kind of starting to look more into. If that's something you guys would tune into, let me know. Whether we do streaming on Twitch, we stream on YouTube, we stream on TikTok, we stream on Kick. There's options. So I'm in and open to whatever you guys think is gonna be our best platform. I'll take whatever I get the most out of. I have kind of looked into doing like the TikTok streaming like a lot of people do, because it kind of seems to be the route right now. And I don't know if TikTok has a problem with multi-stream. As far as I'm aware, I don't believe so. I know quite a few people do multi-stream already on there, and there's a few people I've followed and I talked to that are streamers that they're like, dude, if you're going to stream, like, TikTok's kind of the route. Which I'm like, yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking. Unfortunately, our gaming channel on TikTok doesn't really have the following, obviously, especially since we're just getting into this. But we don't really have a following on TikTok to stream at the moment without trying to get an approval from TikTok itself. And I don't really think I'm going to get that approval, considering I'm just starting out and don't really have anything, which is fine. But hey, if you guys can, I'm still trying to work on my verification stuff. I don't know if my stuff has been verified yet for YouTube, because if so, I'm gonna try to link everything down below. If not, maybe I'll just put it on the end credits screen at the end of the videos. I'll just go in and edit the photo and put it on there for now, at least until we get to where we can add stuff, because we're verified with our links and stuff like that. I'll look into it and see. If I am verified, then there will be links down below. If not, then like I said, I'll go in and edit and add my handles on our ending screen for the videos, so that way you guys can go and check all that out. Because hey, if we can get it to where I believe the minimum is 1,000 followers on TikTok is how we can do live streams without like to get a stream key and everything and do live streams. But which that's a whole weird thing to me. Like there's people I see streaming on TikTok that don't have the following. Which, I mean, I know you can get approval, but it's like, I mean, you pull them up and they have like 100 followers, like 0 followers, or whichever. Which, I mean, 100 followers, okay, yeah, I understand. I can see how TikTok's like, yeah, sure, no, we'll let you. But, having 0 or like less than 100, I'm like, okay, this doesn't make sense to me. Like, somebody explain, because I'm confused. But I don't know if it's like they had it and then they wiped their channel or restarted or something and they somehow still have the following. Or if they have that big of an influence following on another page or another, social media where it's like, Instagram or Facebook or something like that. Like, I don't know. It confuses me, in my opinion. Because I'm just like, how do you have the ability to live stream when you literally have 0 followers on TikTok? There's no way TikTok gave you that ability to stream. I mean, maybe they did. I don't know. I'm not the one that's in charge of that kind of stuff, obviously. But just kind of, it confuses me, So, but like I said, I definitely want to try to get it to where my handles and everything are on there. I do believe, if I remember right, so we have the YouTube channel, there's a Twitch, I believe there's a Kick, there's a TikTok, and I think there's also a Facebook page, which I'll go through all my stuff and see what I have and what I don't have, and if I do have everything, I'll get everything loaded on here, so that way you guys can see it. So that way you guys can go follow me on whatever other pages and try to keep up with everything. There is a Twitter as well, I think. Hang on one second. My phone's right here on my desk. I can tell you. I believe it's mine. Yeah. There is I do have my Twitter as well. I can't remember because at one point in time I had a Twitter, like just my personal one, which I got locked out of for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. That kind of confused the heck out of me. But I think it got hacked or something like that, which, I mean, I hadn't used it in forever anyways, which just sucks. I had a couple like Major League Baseball pitchers actually followed me on there. But we do have a Twitter, so yeah, then I believe it's YouTube, obviously, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook page, I believe, Twitch. I think there's a Kick. So I'll definitely try to get all that figured out, but that way I can get it all on the end screen. But I want to start doing some streaming anyways. Which, like I said, I'm kind of thinking about going the route of streaming on TikTok for now, just because that kind of seems to be where everybody gets their bigger followings from and stuff like that. And then, like I said, obviously I know Twitch, but I kind of feel like unless you really kind of have an already existing following or have, a good little network going, then kind of good luck on Twitch, I kind of feel at the start. I mean, yeah, I know every now and then you can get random new followers, but I don't know. I kind of feel like it's kind of few and far between, so that's why I kind of feel like, TikTok and stuff like that, it's kind of been more of the route as of right now, because, I mean, there's people that just sit and scroll through lives and stuff like that that it's kind of how you gain more of your following, so, but we will see. We'll see how all that goes. As of right now, like I said, without the ability to really stream on our gaming channel on TikTok because of lack of following, it may be over on my other TikTok for now, at least until we get our other one going. Which, I mean, really using my truck TikTok to stream probably isn't that bad of an idea, just because I'm not really posting content on there right now with my truck being down and stuff like that. So, but here's hoping soon the automotive YouTube channel I have will be kind of active because I got some stuff coming my direction that I'm gonna try to get done. So and then obviously my own truck getting fixed, which I'll also try to record and post what I can of that. Because obviously, I mean, what I'm going to be doing is a lot of what people kind of already do. It's just building LS engines, but fixing my truck and stuff like that a little bit different. So, we'll see. But I can feel the tiredness starting to slowly move in on me. So I'm going to try to record what I can for a little while longer, and then probably call it. But I mean, we've been going at this for almost 30 minutes, which isn't too bad. I do have to remember that when I first started recording this, I had to stop and start over because my I still had my audio mix in my ears, so I was hearing myself just so I could monitor and see how everything sounded. And I'm realizing that it kind of screwed up because I was like, ah, crap, I started recording and I didn't turn off my monitor. So I was monitoring myself and I was like, you guys are going to hear that. I mean, I know that there's a way to go in and adjust the settings and everything, and I think I could probably delete that audio track out so you guys don't hear that, but I don't know how big of a pain that would be to go in and do that. I need to look into that because I know I'm using OBS to stream. Oh God, to record, but I use VideoPad software, like VideoPad, video editor, whatever, something like that. Can't think of the exact name of what it is, but I use that to edit. So I don't know if it would allow me to go in and separate the track on there, so that way you guys don't hear what I'm hearing, at least for my self-monitoring. But that may be something I'll look into at some point, and kind of looking into that on that end and see. So we'll see. But tiredness is starting to move in a little bit more. I'm starting to yawn now, which I'm hoping you guys don't end up hearing on video. I don't want you guys to have to suffer through hearing me yawn while I'm trying to record. Like I said, it's 1 in the morning, and I know I should be going to bed. I just wanted to try to get on here and record an episode for you guys because it's been so long, and I'm so sorry. It not in my plan to have that long of a hiatus. I just wanted to try to get everything figured out, and after recording episode 1 and 2, and the quality just being absolutely terrible. And then recording episode 3 and having a difference in quality, but still not really being happy with it. I just didn't want you guys to suffer through any more bad quality. Especially if you guys are actually sitting and watching my videos and not just tuning in and listening while you're driving or whatever. Or cleaning house or doing dishes or whatever it is you guys are doing, or even if you're at work and doing that. I didn't want you guys to suffer through that mess, so. Hopefully we're back on track, and our quality will get better now. So, because like I said, I really do, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I want you guys to have good quality videos and something kind of more entertaining to watch, and not just lousy like, okay, why is this dude even bothering kind of quality. And I mean, yeah, I do understand everybody's got to start from somewhere, and I agree, but I was just not happy with the quality we had. Yeah, we're already getting a little bit of a following, which is awesome, and I am so thankful for all of you that are already following me, and for anybody that gained from here forward. I'm absolutely grateful for everyone that does follow. Even if we're not hundreds of millions or whatever, hundreds of thousands of followers. I mean, hey, a decent chunk of followers is still enough for me. And obviously to gain the followers and everything, you have to have good quality, you have to have good content, which, I mean, it's, how do I word this? It's not hard, but at the same time it is. I mean, anybody can do YouTube, anybody can do streaming, anybody can do content creation. but it takes finding that niche and having the dedication and the ability and the want to push forward and try to create content and to create good content. So that's another reason why I was like, I want to get my PC back together, because this is where we'll have better quality. We'll have more of the ability to do more than just simple vanilla Minecraft stuff like that. And then I was like, okay, if I'm gonna try to do YouTube though, I need a better microphone, because I got crap a little bit here and there for using a headset mic, but I'm like, hey, it is what it is. At least I have something. Because the other one I had was absolutely horrible quality. So now we have the one we have, which I don't know what this one is top of my head. 1 second. Ozino is the name of this headset. And then I've got a Mayano mic. So it's not too bad, but I am kind of happy with the quality that I've already kind of witnessing with this microphone. Hopefully this video is better too, by the way, because I went back and watched my update video, I believe it was, that I recorded in here on my PC. The audio is really, really quiet. I didn't realize that, and I am sorry about that. I'm hoping I wasn't sitting as close to my microphone as I am right now. I also had a lot lower of a gain at that time, just because I didn't want to peak out. Because every time when I was trying to record that update video, I kept peaking out really, really bad. And I'm not sure what was up with that. So hopefully it's fixed, and hopefully you guys get better quality. Also, okay, no, it's just my texture back the way it is. I was like, is my full screen off screen? But it's not. I guess I could have looked at the OBS monitor or not. Anyways, but I was peeking out really bad though in my monitor, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to turn it down, and we'll record this video and see how it goes. Which, like I said, I think it didn't quite adjust how I was hoping. So, we'll see how this goes. I should be able to adjust the settings. I should be able to adjust the audio track too in my editing. So I may download it twice and upload it once privately, and then watch and see if the audio is better. And if it's good, then I'll re-upload it publicly or make it public. Or if worst case scenario, I may turn around and my wording here, I may take it and adjust the audio, do whatever I need to do, so that way you guys actually get a good quality video and audio content, and not suffer through the awfulness that is my content at the moment, as I'm still trying to get used to everything and make the adjustments and fine tune everything. So, because I'm just kind of free winging this. I've done a little bit of content in the past and stuff like that, but actually doing like Minecraft video, like gaming video recording called quality content is it's kind of being just winged at the moment. Because I'm just now trying to get into the whole like trying to do gaming content and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys are gonna be happy and pleased with what we got going. And if anybody's got any tips, tricks, pointers, whatever, please don't hesitate to comment, message me, whatever. Because like I said, I want good quality content for you guys. I don't want the awful content that I had in my first 2-3 videos. I want you guys to have something you actually enjoy, even if it means that we kind of all pitch in as a community together to help get my content better for you guys. And going on to that, like I said, my thing of wanting to make a modded series. If you guys are in for that, let me know, because I will go through with getting everything set up so that way we can do a modded series. I think it'd be fun. You know, I don't know if modded's anybody's kind of cup of tea, but it's something I have kind of an obsession with drawing blanks and losing my train of thought. Um, I do kind of have a thing for modded Minecraft. Even if the mods I run are weird sometimes, which, I mean, I run Biomes of Plenty, which I kind of feel like is everybody's kind of an obvious one. Um, there's a couple other ones I'm drawing blanks at the top of my head, but because there's one it's like custom pickaxes and weapons and stuff like that, which I know I can't remember what the name of that one is off the top of my head. I used to remember that one without a problem, but I think those two both might be some that I will have to look and see if they're up to date or where they're at up to date wise. Because those may be a couple of ones that are like only up to 1.18.2 or something like that, or 1.20. Which, I mean, I guess if we do play in a um, lower game mode, it's probably okay. Or lower game mode, lower former version will probably be okay for now. We'll see on that. Because I don't want to be too far back in versions that you guys are like, oh, this is awful. Which, I mean, there's a lot of like the new blocks and stuff like that, which this is running, I think, on the latest release, so I might have access to the new mob crap. Do we have? Or is the sulfur not out? No, sulfur should be out, right? Or is that still in? Ooh, that might be in not beta mode, but snapshots. I may not. That may not be an official release yet. I thought that was an official release. Is it not? I'll check into that after this. When I get off here, I got done recording because I don't want to do that in the middle of recording. Okay, so that's about where we need to be then for, I guess, the dirt level. Because I don't want to have to go in and fill in a bunch of stone, which I may still have to anyways, because I wanted to push this back a little bit further, but I'm kind of thinking, because I'm thinking about getting it to where, like, we do the terraforming kind of thing we've done here, so this would all get cut back to there and smooth all this out so that we can kind of have our house. I'm thinking bring this level out, and kind of terraform the front here and then down over the sides and stuff like that, because then we can have, like, a little farms area down here, and then we'll have our water area for whatever we need to do there, and then gonna have like the mega taiga for our front areas. I'm thinking I'm gonna build the house where it's here, or it'll be this way, like the house will be across this maybe, and then that's our front yard basically area, and then has a mountain kind of to our backside. But we'll see. We'll kind of see how it goes. I still have not come up with a house design. Dude, you've been MIA for like 4 or 5 weeks. What do you mean you don't have a house design? I haven't sat down to figure something out yet. Okay, you don't judge me. I'll probably go digging through Pinterest tonight if I'm wide awake and can't sleep, or tomorrow while I'm just sitting around not doing anything and editing this. I may do some digging, of course, and if I get laundry moved over and go lay down, which is a good chance that I go to lay down after I get done recording this episode and get laundry moved over, that I will be wide awake again. I don't know if anybody else has that kind of problem. I do for some reason. I can be like, okay, I'm tired, I need to go lay down. And the moment I lay down, it's like I'm wide awake and my brain starts going 100,000 miles an hour. Everything starts ticking and thinking, and it's like, oh, hey, what about this? What about that? But what if, hey, what if I did this with my content, or what if I did this with my truck, or what if I did this at work, or and I feel like a lot of that stems from we're of a generation now that it kind of seems like we're so tied to our phones, and that what's the one thing we do most of the time? We're laying in bed. If we're not watching TV, it's we're scrolling our phones, which I kind of feel like is what affects a lot of our braining. When we're trying to think about stuff, or trying to rest, because now you're waking your brain up looking at your phone because it gets you going down rabbit holes and thinking about stuff like that. So, which, rabbit holes, I don't even want to think about because you can go so far down. I mean, you end up finding the rabbit in the bottom of the hole. I kind of feel like that's been the trend right now with the conspiracy theories and everything else that's, out there. So I won't go terrorizing into conspiracy theories, and it was just a thing that I'm thinking about. I'm like, what's something that people run down rabbit holes of? I'm like, oh yeah. So, but all of these two foxes just chasing these poor salmon around the lake. I wonder if they've actually caused any to end up just floating out here. I might have to go pick up. Yep, I already see one. Oh, I didn't like that lag spike. Yeah, I definitely still have some fine tuning I'm gonna have to do. So you guys don't have to worry about my lag and my content. Of course, I'm seeing it on this side, but not that side. So maybe it's just gameplay side and not recording side. We'll see. Speaking of gameplay side and stuff like that. So what I really want to do is I would love to run shaders, but I'm kind of concerned that running shaders is going to be an issue, to tell you the truth. Like, I'm afraid of what that's going to do to our content wise on our quality. Not for the thing of, it's going to make everything so dark or so bright or whatever. It's more of, I'm concerned that, we have good frames per second right now. I mean, not really. I mean, we're in the 50s, and I would like to see, more like 70s, 80s. But I'm afraid that our frames are just going to absolutely plummet, and we'll have major lag spikes, and they'll be happening quite a bit. Also, the fact that our memory is at like 90%. It's really not that bad. But, display our AMD. Okay, so it's running off our... Oh, maybe it's not running off our graphics. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that. It shouldn't be running off of the integrated graphics. It should be running off the graphics card. It's actually in my PC, unless that's not running. But, I mean, if that's not, then, I mean, we're really doing fine. But it should be running off the graphics card, not the integrated graphics that's in my PC. So, that may be something else I need to look into. But I can tell my cats can hear me because they're meowing through the door. Which I don't have them in here. One, because they'll be on my keyboard, or two, they'll be in here being absolute menaces. And I don't want you guys to have to suffer through that. However, if my little one is asleep and they try to wake her up, I'm gonna have to yell at them. But on that note, you know what? The rain is starting in, and that's just going to make me more tired. So I'm kind of thinking that this might be where I need to call this episode here and get ready to head to bed. So, get laundry moved over and head to bed, because I should be pretty close to just about be able to. So I'm 43 minutes in recording, so that should be probably about the right time frame. So on that note, this has been episode 4. Finally. Again, guys, I'm sorry that I've had such a hiatus and I've been MIA. I've just been so busy. So hopefully we get back to normal content on a better regular basis. I am going to look into the whole streaming thing and trying to figure all that mess out, and kind of see, hopefully our quality's gotten better. There's the wording. Has gotten better, so that way we can try to start doing streaming stuff like that, maybe on weekends or like periodically during the weekdays, like in the evenings and stuff like that, whenever I'm home. So with that, I hope you guys have been good. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you guys all stay safe with the weather. It's getting ready to move through our areas. But on that note, guys, I will catch y'all later and see you in the next episode. Game easy.